Well, guys, how's it going today? So, welcome to a Category 3 hurricane day. Winds are, I don't know, pretty high. Everything's blowing away and whatever the hell else. It's just not good. I had a little thunderstorm that rolled by. So it was about 6 in the morning this morning. I heard a couple claps of thunder, and that was kind of really all I heard out of it. But we got a little bit more rain out of it though, because the floater and my rain gauge went up a little bit. We are already at half an inch from. It was a couple days ago when we had those storms there for about 2 days in a row, or whatever the hell it was. That brought up half inch, and then whatever we got this morning, it went up just a little bit. So we're getting moisture, but the problem is now is it's so late in the year that I don't think our hay is going to be able to really do anything with it. So if our hay does grow more out of it, that's fine too, but I don't know. Considering that it's so late in the year now, I don't know if it'll happen. I guess if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. Not much we can really do about it. So, what can you do? But anyways, I had gotten most of my parts for the 1586. I got one more coming yet. I think that's the key switch. Supposedly that's supposed to be here today, but I don't know. So, we'll see. But I had gotten the thermostat and then the gasket, and then I got the new solenoid. That's the old one, and I dated the new one too, so I know when we put it in. So if it acts up again at some point in life, then we'll know when it was replaced. So we got the new thermostat. I put that in. Well, the way it was going, we were getting like basically one part a day. I don't know. They were all coming from different factories. So yeah. So I got the thermostat, and then I got the gasket the next day, and then I was able to put that in. And then the next day, the day after that, then the solenoid showed up. So I put all that in. Started the tractor. The key switch is still a little fucky because we went to start the tractor. Even though I had turned the key, because there's like an off, on, and a start. Well, the reason when the key is on, it's just on the on part. Well, for some reason there that one time, even though it was in the on thing, it continued to try to start the tractor, so I don't know if it's the key ignition or what, but I got a new one coming anyway, so it's not going to really matter. So, but the good news is, I'll show you here, this is the old thermostat. I'll get it back out again. This is the old one, and this is actually a lot different from the new one that I put in. See, I don't know if that really tells you anything about it, but this one's also, because I got a thing on here, it says that it's rated for 190 Fahrenheit. I guess that's when it's supposed to open or whatever. I think the new one was 180 or 190. I can't remember exactly which one, but it was one of those. But because we had the tractor running yesterday with the new thermostat put in, and my temperature gauge, the factory one, actually works. It actually went into the green like it was supposed to do, but it went dead center. And that was just at a high idle that wasn't putting it under any kind of a load. So I wanted to work the trails, but I could have done it yesterday, but I kind of went and looked at them, and they just, I don't know, they felt dry on top, but then when you started digging down about a quarter of an inch, it seemed a little tacky, so I figured, well, the cultivator teeth are going to go a lot deeper than that, and then it's going to just basically probably bring that mud. So And I didn't want to clog the cultivator or pack the tires in mud, so I figured, okay, well, maybe I'll let it sit for another day or something, you know. But then we got this rain this morning, so that probably re-soaked everything again. So I don't know. I don't know. They're saying it's supposed to be mostly cloudy today, but the sun might pop out here and there. But then starting, I think Monday, pretty much for that whole entire week, it's supposed to be nothing but sun. So that'll be a good day to, I guess, work that trail. Give that a couple days to dry the trail back out, because I need to work the trail severely badly, because I got milkweeds coming in like crazy. I got weeds coming in like crazy. Grass is growing in. So, you know, I want to bury all that before it gets out of control. It's already getting out of control, but I want to, you know, actually stop it. So, but I don't know. I can only do so much, you know, and now my grass is to the point where it actually needs to be mowed again. I usually mow about every Sunday, so it's, you know, every 7 days I mow. But we've been getting so much rain lately now that things are growing a little bit quicker now. And I'm mowing slightly higher than I normally do. I think last year and a little bit of this year I was only cutting at like 3 inches. Now I'm in the middle of, I'm in between 3 and 3.5. I'm in that mark there. So there isn't really much of a height difference there. I mean, there's a tiny bit, but that's what I like to do, just to kind of, that's what they recommend to kind of do if you're trying to do certain things to your yard. I'm just trying to get mine to turn green and stay green. So, and they actually said too that you should let your grass get, like, cut it high, because the higher the grass is cut, then actually supposedly the more it'll push its roots deeper into the ground, so then it'll find more moisture. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my grass to grow so the roots go a little bit deeper, and then it finds more moisture and then not turn brown as quick. I still need to spray for weeds, but I don't know. So, but it is what it is. I bought some chemical at the hardware there that's going to try. I'm actually trying it in the gardens right now, because they say it's good. It's okay to use it on sweet corn and regular corn, like field corn. So we have some weeds coming in the garden there, so I figured I'll spray them and sacrifice a couple of corn to see if it'll actually kill the corn or not. And it hasn't done a damn thing to the corn. The weeds are already looking sad and droopy, so, and the corn's still looking healthy, so I'm thinking that's okay then. So their instructions are kind of goofy on that, so it's kind of hard to understand what to do, so I just did what I thought would work. So, but it's working. So weeds are slowly dying, which is, that's fine. It doesn't have to die immediately, it's just as long as it starts to die off. And then I'm starting to look a little droopy so, but I'm going to wait a few more days, see how the corn actually turns out, the ones that I did spray, and then I'm going to spray the rest of the garden. So, whatever. But anyways, like I said, we are fixing up the 1586. I got the new parts, obviously. Solenoid, thermostat, and then the gasket for the thermostat. And that's kind of, this thermostat's kind of in a convenient place, but then it's not really all that convenient either. It's on the side of the engine block. But mine, every tractor would be a little bit different, I suppose. But where they have my antifreeze filter mounted to, they actually have that plate mounted to the thermostat housing, and then so that's, those two things share 2 bolts. So that's why the bolts are really long. So because they both share that same spot. On the Young Guys 1086, they actually moved his down more to the center of the engine, his filter. So maybe that's just a 1086 thing, I don't know, but mine is closer to the alternator, whereas on the Young Guys it's further away. So it's different places, I guess. Not that it really matters, as long as you don't have to touch that thermostat too much. I shouldn't have to touch that thermostat for now, hopefully for quite a few years. But I am glad to hear that it was just, there was just something wrong with this thermostat. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's either sticking it's not opening and closing like it should, or it's just not the right one to begin with, because it wasn't telling the temperature gauge to go where it should be going. It would only go so far and it would quit. Since I replaced the thermostat, it goes dead center now. And that's just at a, like I said, high idle. It's not under any kind of a load. So I gotta put it under some kind of a load, which is what I'll do when I work the trail. And that'll tell me what it'll do there. But if that's, so far that's looking like that was the problem. It's just the thermostat. So, but we have another problem now, and I don't know what to do about this one because I don't know where I can find this part. So, if any of you IH guys out there know, I guess let me know, because I've already looked at my books and I can't find that part. So anyways, it's got to do with my fuel filters. Well, not the filters, but it's that little housing thing that you screw your filters onto. Well, they have a bleed valve on them on the top, and that's how you bleed the air out of your fuel system. It's on the very top of that housing, whatever. You know, so it's where you screw your damn fuel filters on, right? Well, on the very top of that, you have a bleed valve. And then, you know, like if you take your filters off and you put them back on, you have to bleed the air out of the system so that you can start it. Okay, well, that bleeder valve is officially fucked. And I can't fix it because I've already tried. My uncle noticed that it was dripping fuel a little bit. I noticed that there was an issue there. I didn't really realize it was a problem. I just thought it was because, you know, we were messing with the filter so much that maybe the filters were just covered in diesel fuel and then dirt and stuff was sticking to it. Because the filters are getting nasty looking. So I just figured, no, well, it's no big deal. It's just, you know, spilt fuel that got on there, and that, of course, I never cleaned it. So now it's just collecting dirt. Well, the bleeder valve has a slight drip of fuel coming out of it, and when you go to tighten the bleeder screw, you get to a point where it's really tight. Now, I don't know if that's going to stop the fuel issue. I kind of doubt it. But then if you try to go any more than that, it actually, like, pops back up. So you're starting all over again. So I'm thinking that's a sign that the threads are stripped out on it. And I don't know where I can get another one of those bleeder valves. I don't know. I probably could just take it out and just put a regular bolt in it and just tighten the bolt down, but then you're not going to have that bleeder screw there, you know. So, and I looked in the book to see if there was a part for that or a part number, and I'm not finding anything. So I don't know if that's even a replaceable part. It looks like it can be because it's just threaded in there. So, but I can't find the part number for it. So I don't know. I'm not really sure what I could do because, I mean, I'm just going to have to let it piss for now. That's really all I can do because I'm not fixing it anytime soon. But I would like to try to find that part number. So, because then I might have to go through Case IH and order one if I can find the part number. Because I doubt any of the websites, you know, where I bought these other parts from, I doubt they're going to sell that. Like I said, I don't know if that's even a replaceable part. I mean, it looks like it would come out. So that's my next problem now. So I got a leaky bleeder valve. So I'm not really sure what I can do with that. I mean, it's going to have to drip for now. There's nothing much I can do about it because I kind of need the tractor. So it'll just have to leak for now. But if I can find the part, then I'll try to order one, and then I'll go pick it up whenever the fuck I can get it. So it won't be anytime soon, that's for sure. So it's gonna have to piss, but there's not much more I can do about it. So, but if anybody knows you know, that part number for that bleeder valve, I guess let me know, and then I tried looking it up online, but of course Google has nothing for me. They have all other types of bleeders, but I don't think they'll work for this setup. So I'm not really sure what I could do there. So I guess if anybody has any ideas, I guess throw them at me. But other than that, because the only other choice I would have is just I'd have to take it out and then run down the Case IH and tell them, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and I don't know, still have to try to see if they can find me one. I'm sure I could find one off a junk tractor if I went to a salvage yard, but I'm not going to a salvage yard because they're like 10 years away from here. So I would have to try to, I guess, talk to the ones that I've been dealing with, and I guess just try to explain it to them in such a way, and then maybe they can find me one, and a decent one, because mine's completely just fucked up. And then I know that on the very top, the screw that you can back out, to bleed your system, I believe you're supposed to be able to put a wrench on it, like either these type of kind of wrenches or just an ordinary wrench. Well, I can't remember exactly what happened to mine or how it happened, but mine is all rounded off, so you can't really do anything with it. You have to use a pair of vice grips to get it loosened or even tightened, because it's all stripped out, like it's all rounded off now. And it's FedEx, so I'm not really sure, what to do there, because I can't find that part number. I even looked on the website and they don't have it listed, so I don't know if it's a replaceable part or what. I mean, you probably wouldn't have too much trouble finding one off a junk tractor, but I'm not going to a salvage yard to go look if they're too far away from me. So I guess if I had my own rig, then it wouldn't matter. But some of them are still too far away, and I'm not willing to drive for 10 hours to go just for a fucking bleeder valve. So I don't know if there's any online that I can buy, or I mean, I'd probably have okay chances of going through Case IH, but I need a part number. There has to be a freaking part number for that, you would think. So, but I don't know. I haven't had any luck finding one as of yet, so I guess if any of you guys know, throw it at me, because I need a new one of those too. I imagine they'll probably be like $10. But whatever, it's been leaking like that all summer, but it's just nothing I can really do about it, because it's just the way it is. So, tractor's full of problems. It seems like you fix one or two and then you get more. So, and then my uncle, he went up on top of the roof there and he pulled the panel off the top, the access panel, to look at the blower, the motor, and he said it was a 3-wire, but that's not including the ground wire. So if you include the ground wire, well, then it's probably a 4-wire. So I think I found one, a 4-wire, but I didn't look at it. My uncle did, because he's the one that crawled up there for me. So he said it was a 3-wire, but then that's not including the ground. So if you include the ground wire, well, then it's 4. But so I'm guessing it's a 4-wire system. I looked at the 4-wire systems for where I got these parts from. They only have ones for under a certain number of, like a serial number for the cab. So you have to be under that certain number for it to work. So confusing as fuck. But I guess it's a 4-wire system. I guess that's all I can do is just, but they're expensive. They're like $60 to $80. They're expensive little motors, so I really don't want to have to spend. I would like to buy just one motor and have it fit and be done with it. So, because that blower motor up there is junk. It's fine in the summertime, but then in the wintertime, she likes to squeal like a piggy, so I know the cold off is obviously pretty hard on them. Well, it's an older motor too, so it's going to have issues. So, whatever. It is what it is. So, but yeah, I guess next up is to try to fix that bleeder valve. I guess if you guys can find me one, or if you guys, or whoever runs an IH tractor, if you guys know what that part number is, I guess let me know. Because I'm not finding it anymore. But I never have good luck finding anything anyway. So, but it is what it is. But it's nice to know that at least I got my temperature gauge back, because like I said, I replaced the thermostat. This is the old one, obviously, and it's been working fine ever since. So, well, we only tested it that one time, but it went into the green like it was supposed to do. So, but yeah, so I guess, guys, I'm going to take off. I guess that's our next project to do. I guess it's just to, if you guys can find me that bleeder valve, or find me a part number to it, so that maybe I probably would have better luck getting one off a junk tractor, but I don't know. I'm sure they would have some in stock. I mean, I could go through Case IH, order a new one, but they probably want like $50 for it, and I could probably get a used one for probably about $10. As long as it's not all stripped out like mine. Mine's completely done. There's nothing left of it. I mean, it's got a dripper feel, but it's not pouring out. So if it pours out, well, then I got a problem. I won't be able to run it anymore then. But I guess if it pours out, I'll have to just take the leader valve off and see if I can shove a bolt in there or something. Because I ain't gonna have a small one here, but I might have at the house. But all these are for the cultivator. But yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it. So if you guys can find me one, I guess let me know, and if you can find the part number, let me know, and try to order one, I guess, at the end of the month. I'll probably talk to Case IH first, see if they can find it, and then give me a price on it, and then I'll maybe do a comparison between new and used. Because yeah, you'll get a better deal on a used one, but I mean, if there's not really going to be much of a price difference, you know, because they're going to charge me something for shipping and handling too, so you got to put that got to include that. So if I can get a new one for the same as ordering a used one, you know, then I might as well give me a new one and not have to worry about it. Because going through Case IH, they won't charge me for shipping because I'm going and getting the part. So, but that won't be for quite a while yet. But at least if I could find a part number, then I could have them order it and then give me a price, and then I'll pick it up whenever the hell I can. So, other than that, I guess you just have to keep leaking fuel. That's really all I can do. It's just making the side of my tractor all dirty, but nothing I can do. I need it, so I don't have a spare tractor, so, but yeah. So I guess that's my delete, guys. I'm going to take off. Just want to let you guys know what I've done so far. New thermostat, gasket, solenoid, the key switch supposedly is supposed to be coming today, but I doubt it. Yeah, and then we cleaned out on top of the cab there too, there was a big pile of rat crap there in the nest, so that's why we were still smelling it, and every once in a while it was still pulling crap through the blower fans and hitting me in the face with it. So we pulled all that out, so hopefully we won't smell that as much. And might have to put an air freshener, I guess, up in there. So, but yeah, so we've done quite a bit to it. Just now we got that bleeder valve issue, so, but that's been kind of, I think, leaking all since, you know, early this winter when we changed out those fuel filters. So, but I don't know. But yeah, if you guys can't find me anything, then I'll have to talk to the young guy. I imagine maybe he can find one off a junk tractor. I don't know if the ones off that 1066 would fit on there or not, because I know there's one that's being parted out, because that's where the young guy got his rails from for his 1086. So I don't know if their bleeder valve's slightly different or not, but if it's the same, then I'll have him go grab it and then stick it in there. I guess that's really all I can do. Finding one off a junk tractor wouldn't be too bad, but you know, it's just what kind of shape they'll be in, who knows, right? So, because I want one that's not all beat to piss. Mine is all beat to piss. It's done. You can't fix it. It leaks. You go right to the point where it tightens to the most, and then you just try to go a little bit more, it pops right back up. So it's something stripped. So that whole thing needs to be replaced. Not the whole housing, just the bleeder valve. Because I noticed what it is it's like a round pipe with threads on it. You screw that in, and then you have your little screw, and that screws inside that little pipe. Like, that's how I'm trying to explain it. So why they just couldn't use an ordinary bolt, I don't know. But if I can't find them, then I guess I'm forced to get a bolt and stick a bolt in there and just, I guess, put a rubber washer around it or something to control the leak. That's the only really thing I can do. I'll have to take that out though, so I can get something that matches. That's why you can only get it so tight, and then it pops back up, because it's the threads. There's probably a thread or something missing. But I know that when we loosened all that for the very first time, she was a fight. She was a fight to get off, and it was a fight to put it back on. To loosen it and tighten it. That's why we ended up rounding off the bolt, because of the little screw. Because it was just all so blistering freaking tight. It's like it's never ever been touched, which I know is bullshit, because I imagine the owners have replaced those fuel filters a few times in their lifetime of owning that tractor. So, but I don't know. All I can do is just try to find a bleeder valve and then replace it. And I don't know. But I need a part number so I can look it up and then go through either through Case IH or try to find one at a salvage yard. Probably would be cheaper at a salvage yard, but then you gotta think about that shipping and handling they're gonna include. So it might just be better going through Case IH and ordering a brand new one for the same amount, probably. I don't know. I don't know what they're worth, but they should only be worth about $1 for how small they are. But we know that's not the case. They'll probably be at least $10. So, but whatever. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take off. I got things to do, and it's just getting windy, and I don't want to be out here. It's just too windy. Things will dry nicely, but you know, it's too windy for my liking again. So, anyways, guys, I guess I'm gonna take off. So I guess I have a good day and stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Take care easy.